Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Debate and to my AEW All Out 2021 predictions. It's finally time for another AEW pay-per-view. These pay-per-views fly around, only 4 of them a year, and all of them are really enjoyable, and I don't think there's been one that's bigger than this. Big title matches, and of course CM Punk making his in-ring returns. Let's get straight into it, starting off with the pre-show with the Women's Casino Battle Royale, and this is an interesting one. Obviously you got some big stars in it like Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, Tay Conte, etc. But for me, I just can't see any of them winning it this time. I feel like they've all had their shots at the championship. So the Joker, who I think will be Ruby Soho, formerly known as Ruby Riott, and for once I think she will just come in and win. She's just so talented, and her versus Britt Baker or Chris Statlander will be a great match. Moving on then, Paul White takes on QT Marshall in the Big Show's first match in AEW, and I think we all know where this is going. Paul White, I think everyone knows, will get a comfortable win. AEW pay-per-views normally tend to be pretty serious, but yeah, this is just going to be like a nice little stopgap in between a match or two. Just a bit of fun, break up the show a bit, and to be honest, I have no problem here, but I think it will be quite an easy victory for Paul White on his first outing in AEW. Next up is Pac versus Andrade El Idolo. Now this is actually a really interesting one. Andrade, I wouldn't say he's had the best time since coming into AEW, but obviously, as we've seen with Miro, still plenty of time to turn that around. Pac obviously is great, but for me, I just think these two really need to put on a banger here, and I think they will. The two of them are just so supremely talented, and yeah, I think Andrade will get the win. His first match in the company, I think it just really makes sense for him to get the W. Miro takes on Eddie Kingston for the TNT title, and this is kind of a hard one to call. Miro, obviously, his reign has been unstoppable at the moment, but then again, we all know how great Eddie Kingston is. So don't think it's an easy one to call, but I do just think AEW want to continue this TNT title reign in Miro for a bit longer. It's just been so great so far. I'm sure Eddie Kingston's time will come, but for me, I just think we should continue with Eddie for the title for a little while longer. Jon Moxley takes on New Japan legend Satoshi Kojima at All Out. Bit of a surprise match. Obviously, we were supposed to be getting Tanahashi. Instead, we got Kojima. I would have preferred Tanahashi, but it is what it is. Still can't wait for this match. The build, I mean, we haven't really got a build, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But, you know, still expecting it to be a great match. Lots of entertainment. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And in the end, I think Jon Moxley will get the win. Basically, just to put him over before he probably goes on to new stuff and better stuff. Jurassic Express and Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta, basically the best friends, taking on Matt Hardy, Private Party and TH2 on the buy-in. This is an interesting one. I think it's going to be a Cassidy win and co. Cassidy, Jungle Boy, for them to get the rub, even if it's not on the main card, it's still good for them. And also, you know, it's the pre-show, it's a good opportunity to get the fans happy to kick off the show, so it would definitely make sense for there to be a babyface win, which is why I'm going to go for Cassidy and co. The Young Bucks take on Lucha Brothers in a steel cage match for the AEW World Tag Team titles, and this is another match I really can't wait for. The two of them are just so good, and together they always have banger of matches, and yeah, so many spots you can do in the cage. I think, yeah, this will probably be match of the night. Maybe. But yeah, whatever happens, it will be a great match. But the result is interesting. I kind of feel like a title change might be coming, but I think AEW will just keep the titles on the Young Bucks just for a bit longer, so Young Bucks will retain. Britt Baker takes on Chris Statlander for the women's title. Britt Baker, she's had a quietish title run so far, but you know, still lots of potential. Chris Statlander seems like a normal first pay-per-view opponent, nothing too major, but yeah, not enough for it to be like an easy win. But I'm looking forward to this. I do think Britt Baker will probably get the win, and then as she just builds up her title reign. But for me here, I'm going to say Britt Baker for the W. MJF takes on Chris Jericho in the final fight. If Jericho loses, he will never wrestle in AEW again. And yeah, that makes me think it's going Jericho's way. MJF has still had the rubber of it, 3-2. So even if he does lose, they could say that, well, obviously he was the victor overall. But yeah, there's just something that makes me think they're not going to make MJF lose on his last go, which makes me think there might be outside interference. Someone attacks Jericho for a while, puts him out of action, he goes and does Fozzy or something like that. But I just feel like it's going to be a no contest. Kenny Omega takes on Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. And I thought we were getting Hangman Page here. Obviously, really disappointed we're not getting Hangman Page, but for obvious reasons. But Christian Cage, still a great replacement. We've seen that these two can still go. So I'm really looking forward to this match. But yeah, I think everyone knows where this is going. Christian may have taken the Impact title, but he's not taking the AEW World title. This will just continue on for a little bit more, and hopefully we get Hangman at the next PPV. And in our main event, I guess, CM Punk finally makes his return to wrestling as he takes on Darby Allin. And yeah, I literally can't wait for this. How good CM Punk's going to be, we're going to find it all out. Darby Allin, no doubt, will take him to a good match as well, because he's just so bloody good as well. I'm expecting Darby to get a lot of offense in, CM Punk to sell so well for him, but in the end, I do think CM Punk, his first match back in wrestling, it's got to be the case that he picks up the W, surely. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow, comment, somewhere. Follow me on Twitter, link description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!